Hi, I'm Voivode Mekhet. This is Abalyn, and we're about to build the Hikata for the Thicker Than Water Black Sheep Chronicle, which is what it's called. It's Black Sheep. So far, we've done David and we've done Serendipity. I don't know what order these are coming out in. What I might actually do is make it so that they come out in order of embrace.
Okay.
So the oldest person is probably going to be first.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So if I seem like I'm talking out of order, that's why. So we are going to be using character sheets provided by Mr. Gone. Do you have any idea what your character's name is going to be?
Daniella is. I have not come up with a surname yet.
Okay,
so.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And your concept, do you want it to be the natural?
Yeah, I'm going with the natural necromancer from the suggestion. The concept is that she's a ghost hunter, like so many of the classic, ghost facers or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, so are you like some... You're talking about YouTube?
Yeah, like look, I've listened to way too many horror podcasts that involve ghost hunters finding more than they bargained for.
Okay.
And that sounds like a great setup to me.
Okay. So just ghost hunter or YouTube ghost hunter?
Blogger sort of thing. Yeah, ghost hunting blogger.
Okay.
She'll have a partner in crime for all this sort of stuff because it's always best to have two. And that other person's probably going to end up being the touchstone.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
So.
I realize that we are way too big.
Too big.
For this. Ah! Wow. Didn't realize that I had made the webcam so freaking huge.
There we go.
There we go.
I feel like we should be in the other corner considering the...
Where?
There we go. Just because, we're looking at that screen.
That's true.
So
yeah, no, that's
true. It looks really funky for looking off screen.
So, any idea for your ambition?
Oh, gosh. That is a good question. I am terrible at ambitions.
Okay. We can always come back to that if you want. Desire is going to be ambition, but lighter. How about predator type?
Bagger.
You're going to be a bagger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, she's all curiosity.
Okay.
She may have that kind of detachment, but that just kind of comes from being way too into all the sort of true crime and ghost stories and stuff that doesn't realize she's bothering the people around her rather than actually not caring.
Okay.
So.
Very cool. All right, so if you were playing a bagger, I'm actually excited about that because we've got extortionists and everything else, and I was afraid people are just not gonna do the classic.
Yeah, it's one of those things. She'd be kind of uncomfortable with the fact that fighting people hurts. She'd be very uncomfortable.
Yeah,
with
especially
that.
for
the Hikata flaw.
The Hikata,
that really would bother her some because. It's not her personality.
Yeah,
so.
that's good to have a little bit more of a lighter tone because we're gonna have some that are.
Oh yeah, I know we're gonna. It's that kind of setup.
So you are set up here to steal, buy, or otherwise procure blood rather than hunt, relying on the black market or your skills as a burglar or ambulance chaser. Perhaps you will still work the night shift at the hospital. Ventru may not take this. That's good. Okay, so you get a specialty in either larceny for lockpicking or streetwise black market.
It's going to be larceny.
Larceny?
Yeah, I can see that playing in with the whole... Okay. Well, we're not really supposed to be in this abandoned house, but they're supposedly super haunted as well.
That's a good point.
So, yeah.
Did I butcher that? No,
yeah, it's lockpicking. Larceny
is it?
Skill.
Oh my god.
The specialty.
Wow. That's funny. Okay. So you get your specialty in that, and then also you gain 1 dot of obfuscate.
Nice. Handy.
For your character on that one. So I'm not going to write down which one it is yet.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a
But I'll go ahead and I'll put that there. Because the other option is blood sorcery, but it says only Tremere. Mm-hmm. And truthfully, I think I would allow the Tremere, the Banu Hakim, or the Zemitsi to take that. But as far as Hikata go, they have their own mysticism.
Yeah, so. Yeah, it's got the...
All right, and then...
Words which are not springing to mind.
You also gain the Iron Gullet merit,
Handy.
which is feeding Iron Gullet, and it is a 3-point merit for free that you don't have to pay for.
Groovy.
But you also gain the enemy flaw.
Uh-oh.
Either someone believes you owe them, or there's another reason you keep off the streets. So you're going to have to take an enemy, which I think is actually under backgrounds.
Wouldn't it be on... Oh, weird. Yeah, enemies right there.
Yep.
I would have put it under flaws.
Yeah, so would I. But it's under backgrounds for some reason.
I'll say, how many point enemy, considering the trouble we have with the 2-point in the past?
Serendipity brought up the exact same thing. What kind of enemy do you think you would have acquired being a ghost chaser? Do you have issues with cops because you keep breaking into places that you're not supposed to be? Do you... Like, because even that could count as an enemy, as having police just not like you.
That's a possibility.
You could have Hakata who are like, why aren't you biting people? Like, that could be a thing.
It could... I don't know. It might also be... I'm kind of leaning towards the vampire side.
Okay.
I don't know how well connected to the family she is.
Okay.
Before getting brought in, so there might be an element of you don't really belong here.
Okay.
Potentially, I don't know. I'm also not sure if I want to run with that kind of an enemy.
True. Well, a 2-point enemy is an Ancilli.
Okay.
If you choose a vampire, which means it's somebody who's moderately powerful but not really the most. As a ghost, I can think of a funny scenario.
Okay.
Do not take this if you do not want this. But I could see you breaking into an old creepy house because it's an old creepy house. You're going to find out if it's haunted, finding a vampire, and them getting in trouble for breaching the masquerade.
And just one big cluster of...
Yeah, like, you were just doing your job.
You
didn't mean to do that. That would just be funny to me. But, I mean, it's not... Yeah, you can do what you want. That's just funny. But if you want to think about it, we can come back.
I think we'll put a pin in this one, come back to it.
Okay, and that should be all the bagger information we have at the moment.
Cool.
We'll fill in that enemy in just a bit.
Yes.
Bagger, you got your ambitions and desires. You got to keep that in mind. Do you have any sire in mind or not?
I have no idea.
No? Okay.
So,
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, no idea.
We're not in a hurry. We can always come back to that. Okay, how about the attributes? Do you have any idea which one would be your top rated?
Probably mental.
Mental?
Yeah, going for more of the investigator, the ghost hunter style. She's into trying to learn about ghosts. And
okay.
Put it this way, she's going to get, if she ever gets the chance to meet Harker, they're going to get on like a house on fire, or he's going to hate her.
He loves wraiths.
Yeah, and she's like, you know everything about ghosts? Teach me!
So, intelligence, then?
Yeah, intelligence very high.
Okay, and what's your lowest?
Wits being very high. Lowest. Trying to remember what the incline disciplines are.
Your incline disciplines for a standard Hikata are going to be Fortitude, Auspex, and Oblivion.
Fortitude, Auspex, and Oblivion. Okay, so those come off of stamina, wits, and I don't remember what Oblivion rolls.
A resolve, I think.
Resolve, yeah. Okay, so...
I think. It's been a while.
Lowest, probably gonna end up being strength.
Strength?
Yeah, they're not gonna be. They're a ghost hunter.
Okay.
they're not one who goes around punching things.
You have 3 at 3.
3 at 3. Okay. Resolve. If I'm trying to remember what they all tally to.
Well, resolve and composure equals your willpower.
Yes.
And then stamina plus strength stamina plus 3 is your health.
Okay. Wits is your kind of investigation stuff.
Yeah, wits is more of your just like natural noticing things, thinking fast on your feet.
I'm gonna want that being one of my 3 because again, I'm going for the kind of the poking my nose into stuff. I will get it bit off at one point.
Yeah.
I just know it. Probably resolve, because I can see this person being very stubborn.
Okay.
I'm torn between stamina and composure for my last three.
Yeah.
Composure plus resolve is your willpower.
Yep. And at that point, you would either have it be 6 or 5. And then your health is either going to be 5 or 6. So.
Put it into composure then.
All right. So this is what your attributes look like at the moment.
Cool.
Okay. Would you like to be a jack of all trades, a balanced, or a specialist?
Ooh.
When it comes to these. And again, I like to point out that these are your physically based, your social based, and your mental based. It actually...
Yeah, they actually do
Yeah.
stack. It took me so long to find out that that's how that worked.
I love these character sheets because they have the Hekata
that's cool.
face on it.
What's the difference between jack of all trades and specialist?
A jack of all trades has a lot of like level 1 skills. They're just like, you're good at a lot of stuff. A specialist has like one really good thing that it's based off of, and then a bunch of minor skills.
Okay.
So
and
like,
what's balanced?
Balanced is a pretty well-rounded kind of person. If you take jack of all trades, you get 1 skill at 3, you get 8 skills at 2, and you get 10 skills at 1. So you're just all over the place.
Gosh, yeah.
If you take a balanced, you have 3 skills at 3, 5 skills at 2, and 7 skills at 1. But if you're a specialist, you have 1 skill at a 4, and that's like above college level. That's like wrote your dissertation on it. You get 3 skills at 3, and 3 skills at 2, and then 3 skills at 1. So you get less stuff, but it's more fine-tuned.
I'm leaning towards either balanced or specialist.
Okay.
Let's see, because investigation and occult will be pretty high. I'd want those high.
Well, something that I like to do to help me out is I will go through all of them and put 1 point in everything that I think this is something my character needs.
Okay.
And then I will count how many that I have and go, okay, I have enough to put it there or not, and that helps me decide whether or not I'm going to do one or the other.
Okay.
So do you want to give that a shot?
Yeah, that sounds like the best way to do it.
Okay. Athletics.
Athletics. Maybe 1 dot.
Okay.
Brawl, nah.
Crafts?
Probably not.
Drive.
Maybe 1 dot. I know how to.
Okay.
I'm not great at it.
Firearms.
Unlikely.
Larceny?
A little bit.
Probably. Melee?
Unlikely. Again, this is
It's
not
not a combat character.
This is like not the opposite of Tinia, but not Tinia.
Okay. Stealth?
Yes.
Yeah, you are breaking and entering. It's really a good idea.
And hiding from the boogeyman.
Yeah.
Even if it's just for the camera's sake.
Survival?
Maybe.
This is more along the lines of being able to like
Bushcraft sort of stuff?
like finding food.
Unlikely.
Okay. Animal ken?
Don't
really
think so,
see
no.
many Hekata with it. Etiquette?
Possibly.
Okay, put that there. We can always remove it.
Insight. That's basically sense motive, right?
Yeah, you can sense people's intentions. You can sense people.
I can see that one being there then. Intimidation, unlikely.
Okay.
Leadership, possibly. That's one of those ones that I never can quite figure out what you're supposed to do with it.
Leadership is good if you're trying to manipulate someone to do something that you want them to do.
That actually has some possibility in there.
Okay. Like I said, we're just going to see how many
that one's low tier, but possible. Performance, yes. Vlogger.
Persuasion?
Yes.
Streetwise?
Possibly.
Okay. This is going to be the most social Hekata.
Yeah. That's kind of the idea, actually, is the funny thing.
Subterfuge, which would be lying.
Possible.
Okay. Academics?
Yes.
Awareness?
Yes.
Probably a good idea.
No on finance.
You're a YouTuber. You don't have finance.
Are you kidding? Yeah, not a chance.
Investigation?
Definitely.
Medicine?
No, nothing beyond like basic first aid.
Yeah.
So
Occult?
occult definitely. Unlikely on politics.
Science
also maybe a little bit, but unlikely. It's more of like here's the potential scientific explanation.
Let's prove your theory before.
Yeah.
Well, you got pseudoscience.
Pseudoscience.
That falls under occult.
Yeah, definitely.
Technology?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so right now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You have 16 different ones.
Skills.
And with this one, if you did a specialist, you get 4, 7, 10, 11, or 13. You get 13 if you choose specialist.
Okay.
If you choose balanced, you get, that's 3, 8 plus 7. That's
15.
15. You get 15, and then jack of all trades, you get, that's 1, 9,
19.
19. You get 19. So.
And you said 11 for the. Let me see. So the one I'm just looking the ones that was kind of going.
Yeah, and you had 16.
Yeah, I had 16, but I had a few that was kind of like.
Yeah.
Could take or leave. Yeah, probably looking at balanced then.
Balanced. Okay.
Because I got a lot of those that I like. I only want like one dot.
Yeah.
In. Yeah, 15 for balance.
Yeah, 15. And you have 16.
Yeah, and there was one that was kind of could take or leave on.
What were you not? I think it was persuasion.
I think it was. Yeah, it was either persuasion or streetwise.
Okay. Which one do you want to drop?
Just trying to think which one makes the most sense. Probably streetwise.
Drop streetwise?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we can just fill out from there. So as a balanced character, you get 3 at 3. So
occult, investigation, awareness. Because it's always that wits plus awareness roll.
Every one of these videos is going to be you guys talking about how I need, like, how I do so many awareness rolls.
Hey, no, like, that's every GM. Like, I always have my wit skill high in D&D.
Yeah,
my
it's
GMs
just
for
smart.
that would always pull the perception checks.
So you get 5 at 2.
5 at 2. Performance.
Okay. Because you're a YouTube personality.
Exactly. Possibly.
Probably your lockpicking.
Yeah, I was gonna say larceny.
Okay.
Stealth. That's tough.
Try not to be noticed while you're breaking into those
Exactly. Subterfuge for when you do get caught.
For when you get caught breaking into this.
Like, we probably have so many no trespassing trespassing warnings. One more.
I think as a YouTuber, you can get away with 1 point in technology.
Yeah.
I'm getting away with half of one. So.
Yeah, that's why I definitely need 1 point in technology.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with computers a lot.
You got your academics,
Mm-hmm.
persuasion, leadership, insight, etiquette, drive, and athletics.
I might actually put that second dot. I'm tempted to put it into athletics because if a fight breaks out, I want to be running the other way, looking at these stats mostly.
Yeah.
Because it's from my last 2-pointer.
Yeah. So what do you think?
Unless you have any thoughts.
Looking at these, I mean, I think all the number 1s make sense.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of something that might be important for number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how did you get into ghost hunting? How do you think your character got interested in it? Was this just something that you and your friends were doing, and you're like, I can film this and it'll be great?
Quite probably.
Okay.
Probably started out, seeing it on, late night History Channel sort of stuff.
Okay.
Or Discovery Channel.
Well, if you took the incentive of going out and going, we're going to film what we're doing, then leadership. Personally, I would say leadership.
Okay. And and also thinking what might be useful down the road.
Yeah.
That one feels like it would be handy for dealing with wraiths.
It could be, depending on how you're dealing with them.
So,
yeah.
Like I said,
You're not intimidating them to do
No,
anything.
and I wasn't building. There's a reason why I wasn't going for the Rossellini.
Persuasion.
Yeah, persuasion would be
good with
persuasion
rates.
makes a good choice.
Yeah.
Like, not the one who's wanting to boss them around,
Mm-hmm.
wants to learn about them.
Yeah. All right. So your academics.
Yep.
Gets a specialty.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they do get specialties in academics.
Mm-hmm.
And
your performance.
Well, performance is going to be. I don't even know how to phrase this.
Public speaking?
Public speaking, that probably makes the most sense. Academics. Nothing hyper specialized.
Okay.
Just, one of those kind of normal sorts of.
Are you a theology student?
Probably not.
See them being ghost hunters, I'm just saying.
I can see them arguing with the ghost hunters more than anything.
Parapsychology?
Could just be regular psychology.
Psychology?
So, yeah, that sounds like a potentially interesting angle to go with. I know absolutely nothing about that IRL. So.
It's incentive to learn.
I'm going like.
All right, so
considering one of the local ghost hunters I knew was also the local librarian.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
You also get a free specialization of your choice.
Free special. Oh gosh.
Now this you could actually take either occult, investigation, or awareness and
Yes.
specialize any of those in like wraiths.
That's kind of what I was
You know?
just thinking. I mean, it makes the most sense for a cult to be in ghost lore.
True.
So.
True. Now this is actually a huge difference. Do you want ghost lore or wraith lore?
That's a good question.
Ghost lore is going to give you a more general information of what people tend to know. Wraith lore is going to be more accurate information.
It would want to be wraith then. Like, I can see it starting out having been ghost lore, but since it's saying that Hakata tend not to be spontaneous,
Yeah.
she have been getting some more actual information over time.
Yeah. All right, so the next thing in the book's character creation is disciplines. You get to choose 2 from your clan and put 2 dots in one and 1 dot in the other.
And they were...
Auspex, Fortitude, and Oblivion.
I want Auspex and Oblivion, that's for sure.
Okay. And Oblivion?
Yep.
Which is hiding at the bottom.
All the way at the bottom.
All right, which is higher?
I need to remind myself what... Whoops! There goes the books.
What Oblivion does?
Yeah.
Well, your two main options are Ashes to Ashes, which lets you put your blood on a corpse and have it dissolve.
Okay.
Or Binding Fetter, where you can like sense where fetters are.
Okay, the binding...
You also have access to La Sombra Oblivion. But that's more of... It's Obteneration, not Necromancy.
Okay, isn't that all in the same...
No, that's in Chicago.
Oh.
It's the La
Interesting.
Sombra stuff.
Okay.
La Sombra were introduced in Chicago.
That's fair, yeah.
Now, I will let you take, like I said, the La Sombra stuff, but you do not get ceremonies for that.
Okay, yeah, because I know there's the Oblivion ceremonies in here.
Yeah, but you have to belong to the cult of Shalim.
Really?
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Oh, the Oblivion ceremony in there. No,
Yeah.
that's Hakata.
Okay, yeah, because I was about
Sorry.
to say...
I thought you were talking about, like, the standard Oblivion ceremonies.
Yeah, no, I thought these were the standard Oblivion
Yeah,
ceremonies.
sorry. There's other Oblivion ceremonies in there, but they're only if you're practicing in the cult of Shalim.
Okay.
So, it's abyssal mysticism.
Okay, fair. Yeah, no, that's where I was getting confused. Because, yeah, some of those look kind of interesting.
Now, yeah, you can base what power you want off of what rituals you want.
Yeah, let me take...
Or ceremonies you want.
Yeah, I know there's a few of them that require...
Like, Gift of False Life lets you create zombies that can do one simple action.
Yeah.
So, like, get up and sweep the floor. It's the Apprentice Brooms.
I was going to say Sorcerer's Apprentice stuff.
That's actually what it used to be called in the older systems, was Apprentice Brooms.
Oh, fair. So Summon spirit is handy.
Crafting the homunculus or awakening the homunculus spirit is taking a dead animal or a body part and making it come to life to spy on things for you. Yeah, thing. Compel spirit is effectively dominate to a wraith.
Wraiths, host spirit.
Now, some of these powers that you're saying, because double check the powers, because some of them are amalgams, and they will say you need Oblivion plus Fortitude.
Okay.
Like in Passion Feast, you need Fortitude for that.
Oh yeah, I see that. That one's listed as an amalgam. Not an amalgam. Not.
I don't think most of them are. I think Passion Feast might be.
Fatal Precog is. It requires Auspex too.
Ah, yes.
So.
You do have access to Auspex. Though.
Yep. That might actually make it easier to determine which ones I'm doing first thing, because I think Fatal Precognition was more interesting with. I'm trying to remember which one I thought was better.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Fatal Precognition, you can hit somebody with a vision of how somebody died.
I thought it was you see the vision.
Yes, one of them you can inflict somebody else with it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, this was the one where you see it yourself. Because that's one I think I want.
Okay.
So that would mean I would want to start with Oblivion at 1 and Auspex at 2.
Okay, cool. Any idea which Auspex you'd like?
Definitely starting with
Sense Unseen.
Sense the Unseen. That's the other book to figure out what is in 2.
I think Sense is...
Yeah, Sense the Unseen is the first level one, because I've had that one for a long time.
Let's just try not to lose this page, because that's what I do repeatedly.
Every single time.
Every time. The problem is I actually have the Laws of the Night memorized. So it's like Character Creation, page 95.
Yep.
Like, that's just where I am.
2, you get Premonition, which is always fun, or Scry the Soul.
Yeah, which is Aura Perception.
Aura Perception.
There is no heading on that one. That one is actually a level 3.
Oh, that's technically... Yeah, that would be the only level 3.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting. Premonition is always so tempting. You know the sorts of characters I play.
No, I completely understand. Personally, I am a Scry the Soul fan, so...
Yeah, Scry the Soul I can also see being very helpful.
Especially if you're dealing with wraiths, truthfully.
True.
Because you can aura percept their personality. You can find out if they are hostile, if they are...
that tells you that with wraiths? Oh yeah, emotional state of the subject.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, Scry the Soul makes sense then.
Scry the Soul?
Yeah, I forgot the fact that wraiths are really hard to judge.
They can be, yeah.
Alright, back to Oblivion.
So, yeah, what's your Oblivion?
Okay, I've got Binding Fetter.
The Binding Fetter
Scrying
allows
fetters.
you to, identify fetters. And the ceremony that goes along with that allows you to control wraiths.
Okay, yeah, and Ashes to Ashes goes with the...
A few of them have a couple of choices.
Yeah. Gift of False Life goes with Ashes to Ashes.
Mm-hmm. And that is, again, raising
that's
zombies.
Raising the brooms. I'm probably actually going to go with the Binding Fetter.
The Binding Fetter?
I'm angling more towards ghosts, less towards zombies.
Okay.
Alright. Oh, back to Obfuscate.
Yes, what's your level of Obfuscate? Do you want to not be noticed, or do you want to not be heard?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Silence of Death just sounds like a Hekata power.
It does. Allows you to be very sneaky. Or be invisible so long as you're still in the shadows.
Yeah, but you can't move.
But you can't move.
But it's free. I want to point that out. They're both free. But a lot of people turn their nose up at Cloak of Shadows. But, like, that can be an instant saver that you don't have to rouse the blood for.
Exactly. So. Yeah. Oh, there's the reason I have that one with Tinia.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
But I'm actually thinking, I keep going back to the sneaking around a haunted house, and Silence of Death sounds really helpful.
It's useful.
I don't want to be heard. I don't want to get out that door.
Yeah.
So, again, going with the I'm going to run away now.
Yeah.
I'm going with Silence of Death.
Silence of Death. Okay.
Silence of Death.
You get 7 points of advantages and 2 points in flaws.
Oh, jeez.
So, probably easy to just get the flaws out of the way.
Yeah.
Do people know that you're dead and you're still making videos? I don't know. What kind of thing do you think would be this character's weakness. Now, you can take background flaws as well,
Oh,
like
that's right,
enemies and infamy and things like that.
Well, I've already got enemies, so I don't need any more of that.
That's true.
I do not
That
need
is
more of that.
very true. We do have the standard list of merits and flaws that we can take a look at.
Cool.
There's looks. There's your literacy. That's archaic stuff. There's blood bonding, feeding. Well, you're already a bagger. I'm sorry, that's a flaw. It really is.
It's not the easiest one to deal with.
Steak bait.
No.
There's folklore banes and folklore
banes are always
blocks, which are fun. Then we've got, that's thin blood.
Yeah, and then we're into backgrounds.
Yes, the backgrounds are going to give us things like enemies and things like infamy. Or if just some people don't like you, you can be despised by a specific group.
That's a possible. I'll keep that one.
Does
in
the
mind.
Camarilla not like you because your YouTube channel is like
It's
possibly breaching the masquerade?
It's all on the up and up. I just happen to know a lot about ghosts. A lot about
You
ghosts.
could have a creepy and haunted haven. Obvious predator. Known corpse, known blank body. Does the SI know that you're a vampire?
Ooh.
That's scary for a YouTuber.
That's terrifying, yeah.
There's adversary is like the opposite.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it was the 2-point adversary.
Yeah.
Not enemy, same difference.
How's your money? Are you destitute? You're a YouTuber. Stalkers, do you have any fans?
That could actually be a real problem.
It could be.
Being a quasi-public figure, even if who knows how many views the channel has.
Yeah. Actually, I can see Stalkers and Notorious.
Which one's Notorious?
You're not good with this sect at all. You weaseled out of a boon, you broke an oath, you did something similar. You can try to stay out of sight and out of mind, but unless you somehow make amends, you suffer a 2-point penalty on all social tests involving the offended faction.
Yeah.
Camarilla.
Yeah, the Camarilla doesn't like me much, and I've got a Stalker.
Yeah.
That is like I love the fact that you're a massive fan of the channel, but buddy.
Yeah.
Buddy.
So 1-point Stalker. And what was Notorious under?
Notorious is a
status.
Around the Camarilla.
It's not there.
Weird.
Mr. Gone.
It was suspect and shunned. Oh, I think they may have put the wrong name for it because it got Notorious and shunned. So suspect is probably what they read.
Okay. Well, we'll put it there.
Book, they probably renamed it.
We'll put it there, but we'll use Notorious like
the rules.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Because it's the same 1 point.
So you have 7 points that you can play with merits and backgrounds.
Okay.
We can probably get this over with now.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and let you roll this. And what you get on this is going to determine how many free points you get in your chosen lore sheet.
Okay.
Okay, you got 2, so you get 1. Because I'm doing 1 and 2 is 1 point, 3 and 4 is 2 points. Since there's 10, there's 5.
Yeah.
So you get 2 free points in that lore sheet that you want. But you are allowed to put more points into it if you want to. So that's up to you.
Cool. So 1 free point, and I can buy more points.
Yes.
And I've got 7 points to play with.
Yes.
Cool. If I was going for that bloodline one we were talking about, that was the 2-point power, whatever you want to call it, on that one. So
you would just have to make it the 2nd point.
Yeah. So I can use my 1 free point plus 1 of my.
Yep.
Cool.
And
So
that'd
now
be 2 points.
That's my 2 points for the bloodline.
Okay. Do you want to keep that to yourself and fill that in after we're done recording, or?
Yeah, I think that one should be a surprise.
Okay, we'll do that. All right. So that's 1 point. You got 6 points left.
To play with. All the way back.
Allies, enemies. You said that you were probably going to have a partner.
Yeah. Almost definitely.
So would that be an ally? Because contacts are just where you get information. Allies are going to be who are actually helping you out.
Yeah, he'd be an ally. Can you have an ally also be a touchstone?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, he'd be an ally.
Okay.
Gifted mortal or dangerous group of average mortals. So yeah, he'd probably only be about a 2.
The 2?
Yeah.
Now there's effectiveness and there's reliability.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fairly reliable, and only two dots for effectiveness, 2 dots for reliability.
Okay. So I'll just go ahead and I'm going to make him a 4-dot ally.
Yeah, like I said, they've known each other all through college.
Okay.
Yeah,
you got a name?
Give me a second.
Sure.
Heck, it's the only one spraying to mind. Peter.
Peter.
Go
okay.
Peter. I'll come up with a surname again later. No romantic entanglement. That they've been very clear on that.
Okay.
So.
Understood.
The YouTube channel may not agree, but.
Okay, so that was.
So that's 4 dots.
5 that you've spent. You have 2 more.
5 out of 7. So I've got 2 to play with. Should take a look at Merritt's one.
Do you have any resources? How popular is your YouTube channel?
Probably 1 dot of resources, enough so I don't have to.
I'm on my way. 1 dot of resources eventually.
So I've got 1 dot now left to play with. I'm taking a quick look through Merritt's. Here we are. Select subculture knows who you are and admires you. Yes, that's spot on for.
Okay.
Big, not a big name in the YouTube ghost hunting scene, but big enough that people will go, oh yeah, you're that YouTuber.
Okay.
So,
I'm actually just gonna put this.
YouTube ghost hunting scene.
Yeah.
The fact that is a phrase that definitely exists.
Just gonna put ghost. Oh, I think this shortens. Let's find out. Yes.
Oh, sweet.
We'll do that. All right. That's great.
Perfect.
That's awesome.
So yeah, that's all 7 points.
What's our next?
Oh, yep. Here you go again.
Next point. I need a bigger desk.
Or a second lower desk.
Oh my god, that'd be so cool. I want a sub desk.
I mean, that's what I'm using my old keyboard rollout for.
God, that would be so useful. All right, so we got your advantages taken care of. We're all done with that. We need to work on your touchstones and convictions. Now, first off, Chronicle Tenants. We are going to be using the same Chronicle Tenants.
Okay.
It fits in so well with everything. We use the street code. I think that works really well in a Hekata setting.
Mm-hmm.
I really do.
Yeah, they've got a lot of the same vibe of the tight knit.
All right, so touchstones. We got Peter.
Yep.
What does Peter represent to you?
I say he's a good friend.
Mm-hmm.
He's been one, all through college sort of thing, and now they've gone into this together. I think he might actually be more of the. He's got a lot of the behind the scenes stuff he takes care of.
Okay.
So he might be the main editor sort of thing.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to get an idea of his personality to get idea of how she connects with him.
Is he the kind of person that would, if the camera starts turning his way, be like, eh? And like, no, I will handle all your off-air stuff. Do not put me on. Or is he like okay with it?
He'll be okay with it.
Okay.
So they're often both in front of the camera, so he'll take on part of that responsibility for things as well. It's like I said, they're partners in this. Yeah, no, loyalty is a very strong undercurrent there.
Okay.
Keeping each other's secrets as well, because they're getting into trouble. They've broken into places. That
Never
they
break
been.
confidence.
Yeah, don't break confidence. Keep your word. That sort of.
Yeah. Oh, keep your word.
Well,
I see those as two massively different things, personally.
I can see how. Yeah,
Dog.
it could be either. Could be both. Yeah, no, don't break confidence.
Okay. I feel like Peter has a secret. If he's not breaking confidence for you, then you're probably not breaking confidence for him.
Yeah, he might. I don't know.
Any more? You can have up to 3.
I know.
No one has taken 3. Just letting you know that. You can, but no one has so far.
I feel like there might be a second.
Okay.
Um,
Do you have a cop that looks the other way, or?
might be
No,
more.
they're just going into that house to film. They're not gonna do anything wrong.
Might actually be more because, like I said, her main focus is the investigation.
Mhm.
It's the joy of finding things out.
Yeah.
So it might actually be a local historian.
Okay.
You know,
Very cool.
Who's like going, have you heard about this thing? Like, no, tell me more.
Oh, okay. The old guy who gets you in trouble. Gotcha.
The old guy who provides us the information that we need to go get ourselves into trouble.
Okay. Okay.
So it's kind of the, again, trying to figure out how to phrase this. It's not, they're finding out this stuff not because they want to have all these levers to pull and all these pawns on the board. It's because, have you heard about this cool thing? They're sharing this knowledge, sharing this information.
Sounds like an always stay curious, or always follow your curiosity.
Yeah, keep learning.
Keep learning.
Yeah, stay curious. Stay.
Okay. So who is this touchstone then?
I have to go with the name. Like I said, local historian. I'm thinking older person.
Okay.
Like the local librarian kind of trope.
Okay. You thinking male, female?
I think this one might be female.
Female. All right. Trying to think of good older names.
We're not going with Maud. Not Maud.
You didn't hear the name
Rosa.
Rosa?
Rosa.
Okay. Say historical society.
Yeah. I mean, and there's several in Portland,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, she does we'll say Rosa does the more like the haunted history tours and stuff like that.
Yeah, she's one of the ones who's helped out with a lot of the ghost tours sort of thing. And so she's very much so. And so she's very much like how's your YouTube channel going? Here's some more info. Go film this stuff. See if you can actually catch these guys on camera. I've heard this story about.
What about follow the mysteries?
Yes, follow the mysteries.
That's fun. Okay, so just Peter and Rosa, or do you want a third?
I'm trying to think what the third one would be.
Okay.
What the conviction would be for a third, because
you don't need three. It just shows how connected to humanity you are. You can always fight your stains off with following these convictions, kind of thing.
Yeah, and because she is fairly humane.
Okay.
In fact, kind of very humane at this stage. Again, she's young.
Yeah.
So. Well,
just because you're playing with the dead doesn't mean you have to.
Yeah, exactly. Look, I have played more happy-go-lucky necromancers.
The happy-go-lucky necromancer. Okay.
This will be my third. Fourth. This will be my fourth. I have a type.
Nuts. You have a type. Okay. All right.
No. It was a running joke with my friend group. I was always either the healer, the rogue, or the necromancer.
That's funny.
Here we are again.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So,
Okay.
I think I can stick with two.
Okay.
I think I can stick with two.
All right. Well, your clan bane is the Hekata's kiss.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking compulsions, not bane.
The clan bane is when you bite, you cause immense pain.
Yeah.
Your clan compulsion, which there's no spot on this character sheet for, I was very shocked, is morbidity.
Yep. Yeah. Like I said, which totally fits in with the ghost hunter sort of thing, because of course part of the channel is here's how this horrible death happened, which is why we've now got a ghost, and they're used to.
You're fascinated.
She's fascinated with it. She's very used to here's the facts. And presenting as just this is how this happened, and not even clicking with the fact that most people are wildly disturbed by this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't bother her half the time.
Your base humanity is 7.
Yep.
You're gonna start there. Your health is gonna be 5.
Yep. I'm squishy.
You're squishy.
I'm squishy.
And your willpower is going to be 6.
Yep.
So that's not bad.
Yeah, that's.
Now you're newly embraced.
Mm-hmm.
Probably looking at a 1 blood potency.
Okay.
So we do got to fill this fun part out.
Yeah, and this is the one I always get wrong because my book doesn't have the.
Yeah, I've got the. Well, the companions. It's free.
I do have it now.
Oh,
But,
okay, cool.
Yeah, I always forget to find it and look at. I haven't had to mess with this stuff in ages, so.
Now, what I would like to do. What I would like to do is figure out what your generation's going to be.
That is the question.
And
I have no idea of.
David came up to me with a specific NPC in mind as his character's sire. He gave me a World of Darkness NPC, and he's like, I'm very interested in this. And I couldn't tell him no. And serendipity, while we were working out the story, I was able to come up with the sire as an NPC I already have.
Okay.
So with that, we knew what theirs is. So need to figure out what yours is going to be. The first element being that lore sheet is going to narrow it down. I mean,
possibly.
That tells you who your elder is.
Yeah, but I say it narrows it down.
Yeah. I would actually say that you'd probably be better on the higher side than on the lower side, or on the lower side rather than the higher side when it comes to generation.
Okay.
Just because of who that line belongs to and who that guy is. I don't know what you want to say. But if you would like to go ahead and roll... You know what we're going to do? We're going to roll a standard. We're going to roll a standard die. Right here.
Okay.
And that's 13.
Okay.
The blanks are 12. The wins are 11, and that skull is going to be 9.
Okay. Let's see.
All right. So I guess you're 13.
That wasn't 13. That's a blank.
What did I say?
You said that the crit fail was the 13.
Oh, the 12. I'm dumb. I don't remember what I say from one second to the next. Because I don't have an exact sire or anything in mind.
Yeah, I mean, me neither.
While we're up here, any thoughts on your desires and ambitions yet?
Well, her main desire is just she wants to learn more about everything, really.
Okay, so that's the desire?
Desire, and honestly, her ambition is to... Like I said, she is at heart a student of ghosts.
Like seeking knowledge for your desire.
Seeking knowledge, yeah.
That's pretty loose, too. You can get away with things. And what's that ambition? What do you want to learn about them for?
That's a good question.
Because, like, you're at the point where it's like, yeah, when you were human, your big ambition might have been, prove that they're real. Well, now that you've proved that they're real, what comes after that? You can't go out and tell everybody. Not really. You can put out the YouTube videos and stuff like that, but a lot of people are going to be on there going, fake. You can think about it.
Like I said, I'm terrible with ambitions. Yeah. I am like the worst at ambitions for characters.
Okay, if you don't mind, I'm going to read these off to you.
Okay.
And let you type them in.
Okay. Let me scooch up a bit then so I can reach the board.
So you've got a blood potency of 1.
Yep.
You can move that. And your first one is blood surge.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be add 2 die. So you can put plus 2 die or whatever. Your... What's that? Mend amount? Can I swear?
What did I hit?
I don't know. Something.
That was weird.
Yep. It's okay.
Technology!
Your mend amount... I'll move the thing around. Your mend amount is going to be 1 point of superficial damage. Okay. Your power bonus is NA. You don't get a power bonus, unfortunately. I've never seen a questioning inflection in the middle of a thing.
I don't know why your shift key is doing the opposite.
It has always done that. I've just gotten used to it, I guess.
Fair.
Your re-rolls for your disciplines are for level 1s. So you can re-roll rouse checks for level 1 disciplines.
Cool. I keep forgetting that that's a thing.
That is a thing. So level 1. All right, you do not have a feeding penalty. And your Bane severity is 2. You get a 2. Okay. Now you're a bagger.
Yep.
So I think your resonance preference is void.
Yeah, no, and that's also true with Oblivion.
Yeah.
Is that you prefer void for that.
I don't know if you prefer it.
Well, that's what it resonates with.
Yeah.
When I put it that way.
Void. Void blood. That's, I don't know. That's just, there's no flavor. And what is bagger? Here we go. Intelligence plus streetwise. I love Mr. Gon's sheets because it fills everything in for you.
Yeah, that's handy.
All right, so.
Well, I'm glad I went high with intelligence because I did not do anything for streetwise.
All right, so going on with this, let's go ahead and pop these things in here. When do you think you were embraced?
Well, we kind of have a definite date.
It'd have to be after
earlier than.
Yeah, it had to be after the
family reunion.
The family reunion.
So that was only like last year.
Yeah. So we'll just put 2021.
Yeah.
How old were you?
We'll say mid-late 20s.
Okay. 25?
Probably closer to 28.
28? Okay. Okay. How old do you look? Well, the
about
same
28.
thing. Yeah.
She's not been dead very long.
And your date of birth?
That would be 1990.
Oh my god.
Math.
That bothers me so much. Here.
$1993.
Jesus Christ. So old. Anyway.
Okay, same age as my sister.
I'm so old. All right. This under appearance, I just want to put your avatar. Who do you think you're going to use?
I'll get back to you on that one.
Okay.
Because I have not thought that far.
Okay. Any distinguishing features you can think of?
Probably mostly her voice.
Her voice?
Yeah.
What kind of voice are you thinking? We don't got like a Fran Drescher.
Not quite that.
Nasal.
Not that bad. No.
Okay.
No. But because I think of that because a lot of times she's behind the camera, so she'll be recognized a lot of times by her voice on YouTube.
I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
How much does Peter know?
He might know a lot.
Okay.
Like, I'm not sure if he knows all of it, because that's dangerous. But he knows enough to be an ally.
Okay.
And he's already kind of got one foot in that sort of world, being so closely tied with the ghost hunting, and her and the ghost hunting, that he starts asking some questions that she's like, oh, no, okay, I either have to leave or I have to start giving him some actual solid answers.
Yeah.
So, but he's again keeps confidence, so she knows she can trust him, and she can.
Yeah. Okay. So. Do you carry any kind of weapon on you?
No.
Probably wouldn't.
No. The answer is if I feel the need to defend myself, I'll throw the camera at him and run.
Possessions?
A car.
Car. Okay. What kind of car?
Probably a little hatchback. Just enough to haul the camera equipment around.
Okay.
Pair of bolt cutters, that sort of thing.
I'm putting cheap car.
Cheap car. It's
bolt cutters.
Yeah, they've got a good enough ghost hunting rig. They've got like the classic EMF reader sort of thing.
All right.
Which you can get at the hardware store for like $20.
Yeah. You can make one out of a Walkman.
Yeah.
And you currently have the binding fetter.
Yep.
So I think Summon Spirit is the only one.
Yep, Summon Spirit is the level 1 Oblivion ceremony that's connected to the binding fetter.
All right, so Summon Spirit is what you have currently. All right, so I think the only thing that needs to be filled out right now before we do XP really is Ambition.
Yeah.
Do you have any Hikata goals? Like something that you want to... Something you want to accomplish, or...
Maybe? I'm not sure what that would look like.
Okay.
She's wanting to understand kind of about wraiths and vampires and Shadowlands and all the relationship they're in.
Okay.
Like, now that she knows they exist, she now wants to know how they work.
So you want to understand understand the Shadowlands, or
To some degree, yeah. Like, that is a long-term ambition.
well, that's ambitions.
So,
yeah, ambitions are supposed to be something that are way, way out there that you can work towards. And
yeah, I know, because she's, like I said, that is kind of her concept,
I'm gonna write
her
something
type.
here. Please tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, literally that.
Understand death.
She wants to understand.
That's the grand Hikata ambition, truthfully.
Yeah.
That's why the Cappadocians screwed up and embraced the Giovanni in the first place, because when you look at the old systems, Mortis was all the physical.
Okay.
When you were playing a Cappadocian, you had raise the dead, make a zombie, use my blood to do this, use my blood to do that. There was nothing at all when it came to wraiths. The reason why they brought the Giovanni in is because they had skilled spiritualists in their family already.
Okay.
They brought them in, and as soon as they brought them in, they brought in their own brand of necromancy, which was summon spirit and stuff like that. So it's an understandable thing.
Yeah.
Alright, so just double checking over this character sheet altogether. I think we've got everything figured out so far on here. You just need to choose an avatar.
Yep.
I'm going to give you 3 XP.
Okay.
On top of that, and you get 35 XP to just spend.
Okay.
As XP, not free points or anything like that.
Okay.
So you have to use the rules for spending. So that is going to give you a total of 38 XP.
38. Cool.
And I choose to give people 3 XP. I'm going to put that out there also. I choose to give people 3 XP during the character creation and for your session 0, because 38 XP spends almost perfectly every single time. 35 XP, everybody's always
There's always
left
something left over.
with something, and they don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so first things first is Haven. Because
Okay.
I realize I have 0 dots in Haven, so I would like some place to sleep.
Okay.
So only like 1 dot. It's nothing fancy.
Okay, it's just a standard Haven.
Yeah, just standard Haven.
Okay. Do you want anything with your Haven?
I'm
I'm going to go ahead and mark your Haven down here. Also,
Cool.
you can have a 1 to 3 in your base Haven,
Okay.
and then you can also put extra points in it to fill out.
Do interesting things.
You can have up to a
Flaws.
total of 5 points in your Haven.
Warding.
Warding literally means you have some type of mystical
Yeah,
protection on your Haven.
and so may require occult 3 or better to.
Yeah, I think you have a cult.
I think I do have occult 3.
Yeah, your cult
Considering
should be
I
fine.
might be going around ticking off angry ghosts, it might not be a bad idea to have warding.
That's true. That's true. Okay, and that'll keep supernatural creatures out, but you're fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So, -3.
Awesome. Okay, so now we're on to disciplines. Juggling book. Nope, that's the wrong book again.
Okay, you got 2 points in Auspex.
Yep.
I believe that you're going for a specific level of Oblivion.
Yep,
right
I was
now.
going to rise Oblivion. Yes, Oblivion, Fatal Precog.
Fatal Precognition.
Because where the Shroud Thins is very interesting, I think Fatal Precognition fits a bit better.
Alright, and what ceremony do you get with that? Because I'm just going to give you the ceremonies that you would normally have to pay for, because we don't know how long this is going to last, and I don't want you to have to spend a bunch of crazy XP to
Yeah.
fun
The one I
stuff.
would get with that one would be Compel Spirit.
compel spirit.
Yep.
Okay. I will, however, be making you pay for anything you buy after
Yeah,
character
that
creation.
makes sense. That's me debating whether or not to go for that 3rd level.
Good.
I could. It'd be 15 points.
When else are you going to get the
Let's
chance?
do it, yeah.
What are you getting?
Aura of Decay.
Yes.
I don't have the what I need for the amalgamate for the other one anyway, but Aura of Decay is the one I wanted anyway.
That's awesome. Aura of Decay.
Yep, and the ceremony that... Oh, I get a choice in
Yeah, you
ceremonies
get a choice.
there. Host Spirit.
Host Spirit. Brave.
I told you, like that was one of the ones I was thumbing through and that one caught my eye.
Fun.
Honestly, it was that ceremony caught my eye. I went, well, now I definitely know what I'm doing.
I love it. I love it.
I could buy a 2nd dot in 1 skill, and that will leave me with 1 point left over.
How did you do this?
I don't know.
I set it up so that this wouldn't happen. You could buy an out of clan discipline.
At new level times 7, so I could buy 1
point
of
of
a weird discipline.
Yep.
Let's have a look. What discipline would be good with this setup?
Fortitude's always nice, but that's me.
Fortitude's an incline.
That's an incline, yeah. Presence. Get star magnetism.
Actually, not wrong.
Get star magnetism. That's the 5th level, but oh my god, that'd be hilarious.
Give me 1 second, because actually that I can see.
Awe or daunt?
It would be awe.
Yeah.
Like I said, she is not the intimidating type.
Yeah.
Yeah, it helps with all your charisma stuff.
Yeah.
Just flat out. So yeah, I think awe, like I said, because you're going to be looking at charisma stuff for dealing with
I'm
raids.
excited about that.
So yeah, and that's
All right.
my last 7 points.
Oh. All right. Well, that's a weird. That is a weird Hikata. All right. So Daniella, who's a YouTuber. Do you have a YouTuber tag, like a handle?
She would, wouldn't she? Okay, the phrase that just popped into my head is Dan of the Dead.
Dan of the Dead.
Dan of the Dead.
Do you want to do that? You want that?
Let's do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, she's a ghost YouTuber, and
That's hilarious. Hey guys, it's Dan of the Dead.
Yep. Like I said, and it's also kind of the funny thing because friend group we had Daniel and Daniella, so we had Girl Dan and Guy Dan because they both went by Dan as their nickname.
All right.
So.
If that's the case, then Peter's got to go by Saint Peter.
Yes,
Saint
Pete.
Dan of the Dead and Saint Pete.
Yes,
Breaking into
we're doing
another
that.
place that we're not supposed to be in. All right. I will.
Yeah, Pete, let's get these pearly gates open.
Was there anything that you don't want people to see?
We have not put anything on there so far that people should not see.
Okay. You know what lore sheet
I know which
got.
lore sheet it is, yes.
All right. So, local family went to school at University of Portland where they met Peter. Hit it off over a mutual love of ghost stories and found footage horror movies. The YouTube channel took off over the next few years, gaining some notice of amateur ghost hunting scene. Very cool. It's also probably going to gain some notice of some people who do not want you doing what you are doing.
Hence the notoriety. Oh,
The
enemy. We
camera.
forgot about that.
Oh, yes, your enemy. Who's your enemy?
Who is my enemy?
2-point enemy.
2-point enemy.
2 points pretty significant. It really actually is.
Yeah. That could be a significant problem.
Mm-hmm. Rival ghost hunter?
Yeah, that could actually be quite a problem. You know, they're always trying to go, oh, it's a fake, you figure this out, or beat them to the punch on this particular haunting.
They'd show up in places that you go to?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that could be a real... And it's a rival ghost hunter, so not, like, physically dangerous, but it's a big problem.
That's a masquerade risk.
Huge, yeah. That
Rival ghost hunter.
Rival ghost hunter, add in the Stalker.
You got a guy who's just following you around because he's obsessed with your channel, and you've got another guy who's just like, fucking amateurs. They don't need to be here.
Or like, oh, yeah, well, I can do it better than you can.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
That's a
That's actually
problem.
pretty scary.
That's a real problem.
All right. Are you satisfied with what we got here?
Yeah, I think that'll work.
Okay. I'm going to mark down that you spent the 3. All right. I'm going to go ahead and print these out, and then we were going to run through your last night alive.